nothing you missed.
Okay.
All right. Court upholds Connecticut's transgender athlete policy. Now, of course, this person won. It's a full and I know I don't care if y'all don't like it, if you liberal and you on here. I told you I'm not conservative and I'm not liberal. I'm in the middle. But a man running against girls,
a transgender. That's the controversy. I think about Bruce Jenner.
Oh,
had he done this,
he was breaking records as a man
30 years ago, being the Caitlyn Jenner, and wants to participate in the Olympics with the women.
No. Now, I don't understand. I'm not cut and dry.
I know.
If you've been taking hormone pills,
yes,
and you've broken down the muscle mass of your body, and you now have a body of a woman as far as the muscle and the tone, then I don't care. If you, Yvonne Cox or whatever her name
is,
Yvonne Cox has been transgender so long and probably been taking so many hormonal pills that she has the makeup and the body build of a woman. I don't know. I don't know what her muscle.
Who's going to test that to see?
You have to test that if you're going to be an athlete.
So as an athlete, they need to be tested.
As I feel like if you're a woman and you are
playing a male sport,
and you're running against women and you taking testosterone,
right?
No.
Right.
You're doing an unfair advantage.
They already say drugs.
That's what I'm saying.
The system that enhances.
Exactly.
So even as transgenders,
yes,
what's in you that could it be any of those drugs that's making you go to that other sex still be enhancing your muscles?
Yeah. Wendy says, we were talking about DJ Twitch, watched for different patterns of behavior. Yeah.
With that, yeah. You can do all that you can do.
His friend said he lost a lot of money. That's all you can do.
$4 million house.
That's it. But going with this, what we were talking about, you have got to, if it's any drug that makes you, if it gives you an unfair advantage.
Yes.
No. Or natural unfair advantage.
So what they
put it this way, let's say we wrestling, right? Because weight is an unfair advantage.
Like in boxing.
Muscle tone, that's an unfair advantage.
It's unfair, but they got to write it differently. They can't, that's different when you're in your group weight-wise. But to another, you got to look at them differently now. You got to test them differently. Like that dude, I'm sure every race.
You said dude.
I'm sorry, do that. He gonna win, she gonna win every race. If I don't understand.
And here's the thing.
It's like, what's his name from Jamaica?
I know what you're saying.
What if he becomes a transgender? That dude has broken records all over the world.
This is how, remember we go back to when I said about people saying refusing to serve somebody because of gender or race or whatever, or whatever. Go back to, instead of laws changing, you just change the way you treat people. If I was every girl, I wouldn't even run. If I was racing against these people, I wouldn't even run.
Who's going to do that though?
No, but I'm saying, how are you going to run? You got to stand together. Who you going to run against? You're the only one out there running. Everybody else is like, we're not doing this. Sorry.
And I think what's going to happen is that's probably not going to happen until more of this happens and transgender keeps winning,
or
because they'll go to the thing and go, oh, that's it, she in it, we not running.
Or if the transgender community uses common sense and says, we don't, as a unit, we don't support that. The person hasn't had enough hormone pills. They may not even be taking anything, and you would say, we even see that that's not even. You know what I'm saying? As a transgender community, we don't support it. We already get enough people backlash on us. We don't need that too. With people going, now y'all want to do sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you almost want to be like.
We already had the washroom discussions.
You almost want to be like, as a transgender, as a group, we don't even support it because we don't want people
right
to
now,
be like,
we don't know because they're all over the place. What are they saying here?
A federal appeals court on Friday dismissed a challenge to Connecticut's policy of allowing transgender girls to compete in girls' high school sports, rejecting arguments by 4 cisgender runners who said they were unfairly forced to race against a transgender athlete. Yes. And why we keep saying cisgender? This tells you that I'm old. Cisgender means you're not trans. You're just a regular person, just normal. You're not cisgender. No, you're not nothing. You're just born a female. That's cis.
No, I need to see it on here. Where does it say that?
Right here. Cisgender.
Oh, C-I-S.
You're cisgender. Oh. You're cisgender. I'm cisgender.
And that means
we're born female. We're just regular cisgender.
Okay.
But they don't want to say regular because that makes people that are transgender feel like they're not regular. So to say born a regular female is saying something negative about somebody who's transgender. Because that's saying they're not regular. So this is how it's going now. It's ridiculous.
It's cisgender now.
Yeah.
Because that's how we were born that way.
Right. You don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. So now you're cisgender.
That's the whole politically correct thing, too.
Yeah. A 3-judge panel of the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in New York City upheld a lower court judge's dismissal of a lawsuit challenging the policy. The panel said that the 4 cisgender athletes, just say female athletes, lack standing.
No, because that transgender is a female.
Thank you. That's how I'm saying. You have to say cis now to be able to deteriorate.
Wow.
In part because their claims that they were deprived of winning state titles and athletic scholarship opportunities were speculative. How is that speculative? Okay, here's my thing. For those people who are liberal, right? Mm-hmm. And we should do this all the way across.
Yeah.
Then I think y'all should be out there protesting male sports and female sports.
What do you mean?
They should have no male, female sports. It should be all sports. No male football, no female football, no male track, no female track, no male swimming and female thing. If you're saying as a judge that being a male is speculative, that you have something over a female physically, then do away with all gender sports.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm saying if you're fighting for this, then you need to fight all the way across the board.
But that's not gonna happen. So what's another way around this?
It can happen.
Because somebody even said have their own
gender lose strength. Yeah, if they taking that hormone. They say female transgenders take female hormones.
But how can you, okay, let's just say for sake of argument,
you have to take,
for sake of argument, they're doing what they need to do to into that new gender. Mm-hmm. If this transgender male to female has done all he's doing, surgery, everything, and she's out there racing, every race she wins, every track meet she wins. What does that mean? What does that mean?
What I just said. If you're going to say it's speculative that a transgender, it does not have a male, does female, whatever, mm-hmm. male to female, does not have more athletic ability, mm-hmm. then you need to say that all the way across the board. That's how I feel. Wow. Then that means a male basketball player doesn't have anything over a female basketball player.
So a female who becomes a male wants to play it in the basketball NBA.
Thank you.
We won't have to worry about the WNBA where people like Britney going to Russia to play. If Britney wants to be a transgender
or just a
male, and she can play along with LeBron James,
or not even transgender, just she can be in the NBA.
So it's a blended. It's no WNBA. There's
no WNBA. It's NBA. Whoever wins,
I
wins.
think I get at another 50 years.
I'm just saying
that ain't gonna happen.
I'm saying if it does happen, I would be more approving of that.
Oh wow!
Because then you're saying may the best male or female win,
whether you a cisgender or a transgender.
If I want to go out and
make the best person win.
If I'm a woman and I can throw the ball just as good as Tom Brady, why can't I be in the NFL?
Oh, Lord.
If I'm a 300-pound, just like Mike Tyson, and I'm a woman.
Or I can hit hard like
Mike Tyson. Or I can hit hard like Mike Tyson. Why can't I be a regular? See?
Is that future?
That's the future. But I'm saying I'd much rather go with that.
That's not going to happen, though. That's what I'm saying. You saying right now.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with this, and that's a good argument.
I just don't like that to say, oh, well, it's speculative that there's an unfair advantage. Obviously, it is, dingbats.
But if
it wasn't, we wouldn't have male and female sports.
Right. But then going back to what you said earlier, if the people that are in the sport with them refuses to compete with the transgender,
I wouldn't compete. I would be like, but you got to do it as a unit.
Oh,
you can't be one person.
On the opposite side of this, okay, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm seeing the innocence.
Okay.
That could also be the adrenaline that the athlete who likes competition would like.
Okay, so you're a female. Hold on.
Okay,
so you're female and Usain Bolt.
Cisgender. I'm a cisgender.
No,
female.
I'm talking about you, a cisgender female. Whatever. What is her?
I'm a cisgender. Born a female.
Okay. And you and Usain Bolt, you said him.
Becomes a woman.
He's transgender
into a female.
I don't care how much of a push you need. Well, you are not going to beat him.
That'll push me too.
So the rest of your life as a young person, until you become 50 and can't run anymore in the Olympics, it's trying to catch Usain Bolt.
What's his name? Bolt. He would win. She will win every race.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's just sad.
That's ridiculous.
But that'll push me to go faster, no matter what I could do. Because according to you and Wendy, if he's transgendering, he's not as strong as he used to be.
I agree.
Because he's taking those pills to become a female.
I agree. I feel like it is unfair to a transgender person. Mm-hmm. Because what do you want me to do? Right. I'm an athlete. Mm-hmm. I'm a male that's transgendering into a female. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the pills. It hasn't been years.
To help me get that.
It hasn't been years. So you want me to give up being an athlete? I can't run with the men because I'm weakening myself because I'm taking pills, and I can't run with the females because I'm still stronger than them physically. I'm in between. So what do you want me to do as a transgender athlete?
That's a good question.
Get it. I understand what you're saying. I understand. I understand your dilemma. I get it. But I would feel just me personally, and I'm not an athlete. I would want to run if I win. I want to know I won because I was the best, not because I had an unfair advantage against somebody.
But who's to say that you had an unfair advantage? That's the problem we're having. Who's to say that? Like, they probably upheld this person transgender. All of the medical changes that he had to do to become a female could have weakened him or made him go not as fast. Or his muscles is not as toned.
I'm looking at this picture. No breasts. I don't think this person, and this is high school, so they probably didn't even go through any kind of medical thing. They underage.
Okay.
See, y'all, I'm sorry.
I know. It's a hard one because they're looking at this now on the Olympics level. The swimmer, the guy who's a transgender, he's a female now?
We talked about that
Swimming.
Before.
Oh my goodness.
Wendy says they should have their own category. That's what Lenora was saying.
They should.
But then somebody would say that's like having a black person calendar.
Only black people run.
Imagine that, Wendy, when we started integrating into baseball. Oh, it's not fair. Every single time they get that ball, they hit it. Or basketball. Every time, one by one, it'd be one white guy on the team.
We'll discriminate.
And they only got him on there, so it's not an all-black team.
So this person...
So then they'll start saying what black people have their own.
Will always win mixed with the other females.
It's a tough one. I get it. I'm not totally brainless on it. Okay. I get it. You're in a dilemma if you're a transgender because you're caught between two worlds.
Yeah.
But we got to come up with something. You can't just be smoking high school girls.
I know.
You can't be smoking high school girls.
They're running after... Every time she in the race, she always wins.
And imagine if that's your daughter or somebody who's trying to get a track scholarship or something.
Dwayne Wade's daughters that's transgendering. The son that's transgendering to a daughter.
Yeah.
She wants to be a part of a sport just like her dad. She wants to be in a sport like her dad, and she's a female now playing with the WNBA. and she's just as good as her dad.
You talking about the one? No, you talking about the one that's little?
The one that's transgendering into a girl.
No, she's not playing basketball.
No, I'm saying, what if she?
Oh, yeah,
I'm using her hypothetically as
everybody can play. That's the Wayne Wade, for God's sake.
That's his daughter. That's his son.
She go play for the NBA. Yeah, Zaya. She go play for the WNBA,
and she hot, boy. But then,
and she's 6'8".
I guess that's different in a sense because it's a team. You're not racing other people.
Again, like I said, I agree. But you're saying what I said.
Okay.
Do away with the WNBA and NBA. May the best man or woman win.
Whatever you are. Cisgender or...
Because there's some WNBA players who play, I
just
think,
as good as some
just
male
as good
players.
or better than some of the NBA players.
That's true. That's true.
Let them be the sixth man on the bench. Instead of these guys or some of these quarterbacks who are horrible.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some women that throw the ball better than them.
Yeah.
Why can't she play for the NFL?
I don't know if we're ready for that yet, but that may be a futuristic move on our sports.
Wendy says LGBT of something else. They're trying to push women out the door. I agree. Now I got to be a cisgender. Why can't I just be a female?
And there's not.
Why can't you be a female and I be a female? Why can't we both be a female?
And then where do you draw the line with the transgender? Is it transgenders who have the sex change?
Exactly. Or like T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison hasn't had a sex change.
If you don't have a sex change, then you can't run with the women.
T.S. Madison considers her, but you can still take hormones.
No, but until you take that piece of flesh off.
But that don't make you strong.
I'm not saying
that
you have not done it all 100% though.
No,
that can be argued.
No, I don't know.
And I don't know. People can look at that and go, a total person, a
I'm
transgender.
I'm not even going on body parts. I'm going purely on muscle mass. If you taking pills that's breaking down your muscle mass. No, I'm saying
that they can use that to block transgenders from going to that sport if they haven't totally had his penis still. Technically, no.
All right, whatever. I don't look at it.
I'm getting that detail.
Wendy says this is far from what God wants.
I'm sure.
All right.
God, yeah.
So there we go. That's the latest.